go. Let's see. Are we recording? Yay. Okay, we're recording. All right, welcome everybody. So I tried to upgrade my Zoom so that I could talk longer than 40 minutes if necessary, and they didn't get back to me yet to upgrade my Zoom. But I think I can do this, you guys, within the time that we have here. So for those of you who are new, I'm Susan. You probably either found me on Instagram or my Young Living tribe of people. I know I shared this in lots of different groups. So I'm so glad you're here. And I really do want to share kind of what has happened over the last 3 weeks for me, in hopes that you will find some value, and there may be something that spurs you on by something that I say, because what happened to me, I'm not going to say is something special, but when I do say there was a special sauce, that's what I'm going to share with you tonight on how I really kind of had the perfect storm. So if you have questions, if you save them to the end, then I'm going to go through the content that I have, and then we'll just see where we are with Q&A at the end. So, okay. And then I do have a document that I can share that just has some quick links for you guys. So let me go ahead and put that in the chat right now. And if people are watching the recording, I will put that for you in the recording. So just know if something I say, you want the link for that, it's going to be just in that Google Drive document for that. So, all right. So just a little bit of background about me. I'm going to share with you what happened, why I feel that what happened, and then I'm going to share with you some resources that I feel were really valuable for me. I'm not here to sell some course to you. I'm not here to, do any of that, but I do believe that there were some pivotal pieces in my journey that were really effective for creating that perfect storm. So I know, yeah, only 3 weeks. It has been a crazy ride. So a little bit of background on me. I actually started in the online space over 15 years ago as a blogger. I do still have a blog, not quite as active as I used to be with blogging, but I still do have that space. I did have a lane. I started as a parent coach, then working with moms. And so moms and motherhood and homemaking always were my lane. But what happened in the last 6 months is I really needed to, what they say, niche down, right? And really figure out who are the people that I want to really speak to. What lights me up? What is my passion? What do I have to offer? And when you hear that, if you feel like, oh my gosh, I don't have anything to offer, I'm not gifted like so-and-so or whatever, I need you to stop. Because everybody that's here, you have value, you have something to offer. There is somebody out there that needs to hear what you have to say in your lane, and that is going to be the enemy speaking to you, because he doesn't want to see anybody be successful, to be in their lane and be passionate. So you need to just like stop that thinking, okay? So just keep that in mind. So that's just a little bit about me. And then what I want to say is just reiterate, what lights you up? What are you passionate about? So, and that is going to be a little bit of a determination about what could be kind of your niche. Where could you show up on Instagram or in social media in general? So I decided back in August that I needed to up my game on Instagram. So I think about in August, I think I started around, I should have looked to verify my figures, but I think I was maybe around 4,300 followers. And so my online bestie, Amanda Hoffman, so she is on Instagram, and you can go follow her because she's doing amazing too. We decided we wanted to up our game, and so we partnered together. We had a buddy. So if you can find a buddy to do this with, it is so much better, because when you're feeling a little like womp womp, your buddy's going to be like, come on, you can do it, right? So find a buddy. So Amanda was my buddy. And so we took a friend of mine, Nicole Nesby's masterclass on how to do reels and how to show up on Instagram. And that will be what you find in that Google document. It was high value for not a lot of money. So that to me was perfect. I think I paid $33. In the link that I'm sharing, she's offering a 25% discount. And so you can go in and watch the Zoom recording. It is full of information on how can you kind of refine your niche? What makes a good reel? What are some things to focus on? So if you're kind of like, I'm not really sure where to start and what to do, that is going to be your start here, because I really found a lot of value. So on that day when Amanda and I finished up that class, we said, we are going to post 90 reels in 90 days. And so we started back in August. And so I just started showing up, and if you scroll back in my account, you'll see all kinds of reels. But during this time, I was refining my lane. I was determining kind of like where I should show up, because your reel views are going to kind of tell you a little bit. If you're producing some content that resonates with people, your views are going to show that. And so as you go through this experience, then you're going to be able to determine a little bit more about what it is that people want to hear from you, right? So with that in mind, the next step was for me to create some type of freebie. So it's great to have people follow you, but you really need to get people off of Instagram and be allowing them to get to know, like, and trust you in a different or another way, right? And so I went ahead and I created a very high value freebie that spoke to the audience that I was speaking to. So my audience was homemakers. And I had already created a digital product many years ago. I actually offered it for free for like 5 years. And last year I had to make the decision to either stop giving away this product for free because I wasn't making money to keep my blog alive, or I had to start selling it. And that was really a tough decision, but I'll tell you, it was the best decision, because when I came at my audience that knew me, they liked me, and they trusted me. And I said, hey, if you love this product, I have got to sell it. I can't keep, running a blog and all of the costs that go with that and give away this product for free, right? And pay for the creation of it. And so, so people started buying it. And so I had a digital product in place, but I don't want you to think because you don't, that this disqualifies you, because there's stepping stones in this process. So one is defining your niche. The second is figuring out what freebie that you could offer in order to collect people's email addresses, because that is where you're going to end up nurturing those leads, well, I say, right? And then they will get to know you. They will get to like you even more than how you're showing up on Instagram or Facebook or wherever your social media is. And then they're going to know that you have something else that they can purchase from you, right? If you give a good freebie that shares a lot of information and you over deliver, then they're going to come back and they're going to want what you have to sell, because they're going to know you're not trying to rip them off and they already had a wonderful experience with you, right? So that is kind of where I came in with creating that high value freebie. I created it's 10 simple habits for an intentional home. And then in order to create that, I had to learn Canva. You guys, I fought trying to learn Canva. I wanted to hire somebody else to learn Canva or to do Canva for me. I did not want to create an ebook, but my online bestie, Amanda, said, no, come on, you can do this. You are going to have to learn new things in order to make headway. You guys, I am older. I'm 57. I really don't want to learn new things like that. But you know what? I'm so glad that I did, because this propelled my business forward, because I chose to step into that and I learned how to do it from my cheerleader cheering me on. But so the second resource that is in that Google document is a PDF digital guide, which is called Launch List Starter Guide. And it's from my friend Courtney. I can't remember. I didn't look it up. I think it's $49 maybe. It's a 47-page starter kit. It includes ways to do email. It has templates for you to basically just kind of change and fill in your wording for your niche. And it tells you exactly what you want to be writing in the emails that go follow up. It helps you determine, how to do funnels in Flowdesk. So it really is kind of like a play-by-play, what you need to do. And so that is your second resource. That would be something that I would recommend. At least you're 67, you're learning every day. I know, but I'm just kind of like, I want to stay in my lane. I don't want to have to do all of that. So yeah, I know, learning new things. So anyway, so I created my freebie. I went into Flowdesk. I created a 6 email nurture series, is what they call it. When you deliver your freebie after somebody, opts in for it, you deliver your freebie, and then you're dripping some emails over a few days for them to get to know you more, like you, trust you. Maybe you offer some other value in those emails. And then for me, since I had a digital product at email 6, I introduced a resource that could be helpful that I was kind of priming along those emails, right? And so many people purchased it at that point. So that was in place for me. And it was going great, right? The freebie series and all of that. And so Canva, I didn't really list Canva as a resource, so I'm sorry. But yes, Canva would be a resource I would say that you would want in order to put together a freebie. It's super easy to use. On that document that I'm sharing is another person you'll want to follow on Instagram. Her name is Creative Bodega, and she talks all about Canva. She has a lot of high value stuff that she gives away for free, but she's talking about how to do Canva this and that always in her Instagram. So definitely do that. And then Flowdesk is an email management system. That is correct. Somebody had mentioned there. So those are the things that you don't have to start right away. I'm telling you, if you are kind of like, I don't know, start just showing up on Instagram and doing reels. If you're scared to do reels, pull up your big girl panties and get on with it, because that is how people are going to see your content. Carousels are great, but people are going to get to know you and like you and trust you when you are on video and you are giving value in that way. So, okay, so got my freebie in place. That was all rolling. And then I really kind of helped down to define my niche. I attended a masterclass that Lizzie Palios had, and she had M, who is from the Creative Bodega, on, and she was talking about Canva and how important it was for when people come to your feed for it to look aesthetic. And so I'm like, I don't know how to do reel covers. I don't know, like, whatever. I'm just going to keep doing reels. And it really just hit me like, no, I need to learn how to do this. Like, I need to present. I need to have somebody come to my page, basically coming to my front door, and they need to see what I'm about, right? And so I decided to do that, and I started doing reel covers. And that, you guys, was literally, I think, less than, like, it was like maybe 8 days or 9 days before this reel exploded. So that is where we have the magic sauce. I'm making sure I'm not missing anything. So here is your magic sauce. I was showing up consistently on Instagram. Remember, I said I was posting 1 reel a day for 90 days. When this reel that I had went viral, that was about at my 90-day mark. So give or take a couple days. That reel was short. It spoke to the heart of my audience, the people that I wanted to speak to, right? And so people resonated. They watched that short little reel. Then they click, well, I want to see what this chick's about, right? So then they come to my profile, and then they see all of the reel covers that very specifically say what I'm about. They came to my front door, they knocked, I opened the door a little bit to see who's there, and that's what they saw. They saw all of the reel covers telling them exactly what kind of content that I did. So what did they do? They started clicking and they watched, because it wasn't only that one reel that exploded. You guys, the views on the other reels were out of control. So that's where the magic sauce came in. I was showing up consistently. I was speaking to my audience. They came to my front door and they could see really what I was about. Even my bio, you know, that was great. It was right there, but they truly were able to then binge watch. And the more they watched, it was like I said in a post, like they came to my front door, right? Hey, and I'm like, hey, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. And they're like, I want more. I want to have a cup of coffee with you. And I'm like, come on in. They just kept, you know, clicking to watch more of my reels. And they were like, oh my gosh, I think I like this girl. Right. So they came in and then they stayed for dinner. And so now they click the follow button. And so now we're like, we're besties. All these people came, right? But so that is the secret sauce, you guys. And so it isn't one of those things, it's all of those things. So one of the things with the reel that went viral is it was short. So one of the things that I have noticed is that the reels that are getting played really well and speak to an audience are going to be ones that are 6 to 9 seconds long. You want to use trending audio. So if you don't know about trending audio, it's audio that has the little arrow thing that kind of looks like it's going up and a little crickety thing. Trending audio, and then do not have too much text or copy on your screen. If it goes too fast, there's too much for them to read during that time. Nobody's going to stop to read it. It's just too much for them, right? So think of a hook. A hook is like that little line that you want somebody to read to keep them watching, right? Just do that and then get them to read more in the caption. So that is kind of how that reel took off. But another thing, yes, 6 to 9 seconds is kind of, I feel, this sweet spot. It doesn't mean you can't have longer reels, but those are, if you go and look at my profile, you will see those are usually the ones that have the higher view percentage, are the shorter ones. So, and trying here by accident. Okay, yes. So I'll tell that part of the story in a second. So one of the things that was also critical with that reel was that I had it hooked up for people to comment to get my freebie. And so you'll see that if you go to my profile on my Reels screen and you see up in the top, the reel, I think at the last I looked, it was at 20.5 million views. People had to comment a word and then they were sent a link using an app that allowed them to go to my opt-in and download my free guide. And so that app, I guess it's an app or a mechanism, it's called ManyChat, okay? And so it's basically, I guess, a bot, right? That will automatically do that. And you can set it up and you can learn it. I had to learn it. So, but my friend here that just commented that's how he got here is my ManyChat stopped working when my reels started blowing up and I couldn't figure out what was the problem. And I went on ManyChat's Facebook page. Anyway, this gentleman from Poland helped me fix my ManyChat in the middle of all of this, not once, but twice when I had a problem again, and he helped me. So you just never know the people that you're going to meet. And I will say it was amazing. But I'll just say the next time I said, I don't think ManyChat is working. Like, I don't think it's sending the links to people. I said to him, and he asked me, well, how many people are commenting like a minute per minute? And you guys, like literally 30 to 50 people a minute were commenting. And then he was like, oh no. Like it was putting the machine into overdrive. Like that was way too many. So it was literally insane. So anyway, so ManyChat is definitely something that you want to look into as you start to expand, because at the beginning I was going back and just sending links to people, right, to opt in for something. I was just manually sending those, and that worked for a while. It was fine, but it was a great thing to step into for automation because then it just happens. So let's see. I did do a little bit of one-on-one coaching, a few such sessions that helped me define my my niche. And then, but other than that, I think jumping in and really kind of experimenting and doing it on your own is really a great way to proceed. So let me see. So I want to give you some numbers. So right at the beginning, my reel started going crazy on Thanksgiving Day. And for literally, oh gosh, probably 5-6 days, it was literally going up by 50,000 followers a day. It was literally, we could not even believe it. So I see lots of questions. I'll go ahead and answer the questions and scroll through in just a minute. So, so right now, the statistics I'll say, so I went from back in August, about 4,300 followers. And when I just hopped off, I think I was at 376,000. Okay. And so what is really great for me is sometimes when you have a reel go viral, I think you can get a lot of people that follow you that are not really your target audience. They're not really the people that you want. I feel that at least 85% of that number is truly people that want to be here just by the way that my follower count went up and the content that I'm sharing. It wasn't like I just shared some funny dog reel, right? I mean, so my content is very specific to the people that I'm serving, right? And then, so my story views at the height of everything, the first few days, my story views were between 10 and 15,000 per screen, which I can't even believe that. So now it's kind of settled into a sweet spot of between 3,000 and 4,000 views for my stories. So, so a couple other things that I wanted to touch on is if you're not familiar with ChatGPT, I would go find it. You can look for a few YouTube videos to tell you how to use it. You can set ChatGPT up to help you refine your content. You can enter information all about yourself. So when you are asking ChatGPT to help you refine, this post that you're going to do on Instagram and make it sound like me, you have shared who you are so that it does come out sounding like you. So I use ChatGPT on almost everything that I do, but I don't copy it exactly what it spits out. I still tweak it for me, but it has helped me just change up my wording a little bit and maybe the way I deliver a message. And so that is a great tool. Another one is if you're not using the Boards app, you will want to do that. You can create boards to easily have hashtags saved so that you can easily just say, these are the hashtags, and it's a one-click button. Now I have it set up for frequently asked questions that people are asking me in the DMs and stuff. I have it set up there. So if you aren't familiar with that, you want to look at boards. So, and so I wasn't sure if I was going to share this last statistic, but I will. So the current number that I have on my mailing list just from the freebie is 25,000 emails. Those are just from the freebie that came in from the viral reel. Okay, I have more people on my email list that I had before this, but so now that was massive. Okay, so it was massive. So, but the other thing that I'll share this, and for those of you who know me, you know my heart. So I will tell you right now, none of this was me doing this. I showed up consistently. I did the work. I did it when it sucked. I did it when I didn't feel like it. But I'm going to tell you that God is the one that made all of these little pieces come into place. There's no way this would have happened without his blessing on what I was doing. I kept working with the little, and he basically has opened the door for me to reach an audience now that the messages I'm receiving from people, I know that this is his plan. This is the work that I am set forth and that I've spent, whatever years trying to do. So, so that is just part of my story. So now I just launched my 2024 product. Remember, I said I gave it away for free for 5 years. And last year I was almost going to shut down my blog and be like, no more, because I can't keep spending money on this, right? So this all happened, just released the 2024 planner on Friday to a wait list. So I had never done that before. I created a wait list, released that to those people on Friday. The second day of the launch, I released that information to people that had purchased my planner before. And then Monday, just 2 days ago, it went to the general public. Friends, I am here to tell you that sometime tonight, I will have grossed $30,000 from that launch that just started on Friday. And I'm telling you, I was going to quit. And I don't say that to boast that that's me that did it, but I'm telling you, I can do so much good with $30,000, you guys. It is going to bless other people. So anyway, I can go on forever, but I just want to say that because there is opportunity to be had if you step into who you are and you offer something to people and you present it in a way that's authentic to you. People want authenticity. They don't need fake people anymore. And you showing up authentic is so good. Okay, so we have about 10 minutes. Hey, so how are they paying? I just saw that one come through. So I had sold my digital products through my blog using a platform there, which was PayPal and some other things. And I switched to Stan Store this year. And I will tell you, by far, the best platform for selling any kind of digital product online on Instagram or whatever. So yes. Is it also helping my Young Living business? Yes, because so I'm not showing up and, I'm sharing because I'm going to share about Thieves Cleaner because it's authentic to my message. I'm talking to homemakers and they're looking for, items that are plant-based. They're going to be healthy for their kids and their pets, right? So I'm sprinkling that in. Of course, it's authentic. It's true to my brand. And so, yeah, people are joining, my community with Young Living as well. But that wasn't my main focus. You will go back and you will see in the last 90 days, there's not a reel about Young Living at all. I was speaking to my audience that was really there. So how did I narrow down my niche? I would tell you, I've been having lots of conversations. For me, this started 15 years ago. So I had a niche, but narrowing it down to know that I wanted to speak to homemakers and really speak on the lost art of homemaking. That just kind of developed over the last 90 days of me doing reels. Where did I get fired up? I tell people, if you had 30 minutes to talk about something that you are passionate about, what would that be? Because that's where you want to show up, in that space where like, I get excited to talk about it. Like, if I could sit here and talk to you guys about the lost art of homemaking, like, I would almost come to tears because I am so passionate about it. You all have something like that that touches you deeply that you could share. So sit and journal about it, pray about it. Just let thoughts come in and you will find what resonates with you, but that you can put out. So thank you. Okay, let me scroll through. Okay, if you have a question, go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and try to answer some of the ones that are coming through here. We have about 10 minutes. So I did do a few sessions of one-on-one coaching with Lizzie. I'm starting some other coaching after the new year that I'm very excited about for branding. And it was, yes, and actually it's Courtney. So the guy that I shared about launching your freebie and that, yes, Courtney is literally amazing. I did some Voxer coaching with her the week before my launch went live, and it was very pivotal for this success. So, okay. Yes, Courtney's great at Well Social. I think Amanda put her handle in here as well. So, yes, I use Canva for my reel covers. Super easy. Literally, you guys, now, because I'm in my lane, it literally takes me 12 to 15 minutes to create a reel, because I have B-reel footage that I can use, or if I have an idea and I'm like, oh, I need some footage for that, I'll just do it really, quick. but it doesn't take me a long time because then I go in and I use ChatGPT and I'm like, I'm going to write, I had done this reel about blah, blah, blah. I want these topic, or these pieces to be touched, or whatever. These are my 4 key points. And then that helps me. So, okay, let me see, go through. She's at Well Social. So if you go, Marley, if you just go on the document that I shared, and I can post it again in the chat. She's the one that has the launch guide. And so you will be able to find her. How do I organize? I take a bunch of video. I'm not organized in that way. And then I just go look at my video section, but you could save it in a photo album on your phone and just put all your video in there. So yeah. Okay. Any other questions? What is B-roll? It's like, if you look at my reels, it'll just be me making bread or maybe washing dishes or vacuuming or, my bedroom. That's B-reel. I mean, I'm not doing something very specific. It's just, what I can use as the backdrop to the main thing. What I want to say is going to be the text on the line. That's really what I'm wanting people to engage with. It's not so much the video content that they're watching, but you'll want it to be a little bit related. So Amanda Hoffman, do you have a website? Or I do have a website still, but I've taken all of my sales off of my website, and it's all through Stan Store. So if you even went to my website, the link to purchase will take you to my Stan Store. So by far the best option for selling any kind of digital product. There's so many options with that platform, and it's very user friendly. Yes, it is recorded. I will put it on YouTube so you'll be able to do it. Yes, thank you. Amanda Hoffman, every day, yes. And I just want to say the goal when Amanda and I did this was to get to 10,000 followers, right? I mean, that's like the big mountain that all the people on Instagram want to, to hit. And so it was great because I hit it right about the 90-day period and then, kept zooming by. But Amanda did too. So what we did, showing up consistently, it does work. You will refine who you're talking to and you will grow your audience. Yes, Stan Store forever. So yeah, so if you want to look at Stan Store, there is a referral. My referral is on that document, but it's no big deal. If you have somebody else that uses Stan Store, you can use their referral link, whatever. So yes, trust the process. Yes. It's hard, right? Consistency is hard. This is in every part of our life. Consistency is what it takes to do most anything, right? So if you just keep going, you're going to, be able to get to that other end, but it just takes consistency. I do not pre-make all 90 reels before starting to post them. No. And I'm going to tell you, that's the worst thing that you can do is plan ahead. For me, no, because then I would never start. Is tomorrow day one, or is, next week will be day one? Because I feel like I have to be all prepared. No, I just started posting 1 reel a day, and now even last week, I wake up in my quiet time in the morning. I'm like, Lord, what is it that you want me to say to these women today that, I'm going to I have a platform with? What is it that they need to hear from me? And often he'll download a little tidbit and then I run with it. So, I would say the masterclass, you want to go and watch Nicole Nesby's masterclass. She's offering a 25% discount on that. So definitely do that. So between that masterclass and the guide to creating your freebie and then getting it on an email and all of that, literally, you guys, that's like $50. So, but if you feel like you can't invest in that quite yet, go on YouTube. There are plenty of places that people are talking about how to do a reel. So go and find the information on your own. So yes. Okay. Aw, you guys, yes. Nicole is awesome. And here's the thing too, and then I'll wrap this up. What I have found to be so wonderful and so inspiring is that all these, like Nicole and, my friend Amanda, I mean, all of these different people, right, that could see me as competition, right? Like we're on this platform, we're trying to do something similar, right? We could be seeing each other as competition. That's not, like, these people were like messaging me and like, oh my gosh, what is happening? And cheering me on and being so excited. Like, you guys, this kind of tribe that I'm surrounded with, I am so lucky because they were like just celebrating alongside of me. It would not have been hardly any fun if it was just me over in my little Instagram corner all on my own. So get yourself a tribe, friends. Get yourself a tribe. So, oh, I see some of my tribe on here. Yes. So, okay. Any other last question? And then I'm gonna say goodbye before Zoom just cuts us off anyway. So I made it. So hey, Sandy. Oh, well, Becky, I appreciate that. I do want to show up in this space, with positivity. There's plenty of other stuff on there, but I just really, truly want to inspire people. So, okay, I'm glad it was helpful. Good. Okay, perfect. All right. All right, you guys. Well, you know where to find me. If you have other questions afterwards, just drop me a message on Instagram. I'm still answering all my own messages, and that's what I intend to do. I can outsource some other things, but people come to my Instagram to connect with me. So hopefully I can keep that up. So, all right, go out and find what you have to say, friends. This is your invitation. There is a room at the table for you too. I'm telling you, there's room. So let's do it. All right.